Ooh, what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we got a leaked video right now. Anthony Johnston, aka Lord Johnston, his Johnstolency, has broken silence and fired back at claims he was knocked spark out by Triple D in sparring at Team GB. Peep this one, ain't no one heard before, you best believe people stop it.
That was it.
I mean, there's that old adage of sparring is sparring, but what were those spars like? Can you just shed a tiny little bit of light on them? I'm sure he's going to have his say, but from your perspective.
Good spars, and this whole conversation that you're trying to get, he just cracked me with a good shot, but I stood on my feet. I don't know where this whole narrative of someone turn my lights off came from, but
Well, I can tell you probably.
was you
because
there?
No, but I mean, what I can say is that started very much from their side on their team. Frank
That's
Warren
what I'm
and
saying.
Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, so
they were happy to play on that narrative.
There's a lot of people that was in the gym that day as well, and people have come out and said that nothing happened. But anyway, look, people say what they say. With me, there's always been an inch that makes a mile, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm not saying that he has the chance to do it on September 21st, because what you speak is sometimes what comes into existence. But I won't let it happen. I'll show you how good I am, because whether it's in the ring sparring or whether it's in the ring fighting, I won't let anyone manhandle me or try and knock me out. No way.
I know, you can say it doesn't matter sparring, but was that disappointing from you that sparring should be kept behind closed doors? Why is anybody talking about it anyway?
I just don't expect anything from anyone. People are entitled to talk about sparring. People are entitled to not talk about sparring. I just got to make sure that I handle my own corner. And how I'm going to handle my own corner is do what I do, go out to fight every night, that the dates are put in front of me, and just do my job. That's how I handle my...
So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This really is a nothing burger, but it's one of them ones. It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday, Tuesday? Whatever day it is, it's one of them days for me today. I'm feeling sick. The cabal had been... Ever since I made that Trump video, the cabal, they put some next rays in me and I feel sick like a dog. I think they hit me with a Putin. Hit me with that plutonium right now. So if the YB don't check in again, the Turkey/Trump conservatives / coup operators have got the YB, and it was a pleasure to waffle to you, man. Anyway, Lord Johnston, did he get clipped? I couldn't give a fuck. That's the truth. No one cares. Yeah, sparring stories are all great. We heard a lot of hype from Dubois, and he got to do that. Yeah, he got to do that coming up. The problem with Dubois was at the time he talked a big game, and then Joe Joyce popped him in the mouth with a jab, and he on his knee somewhere. He representing Colin Kaepernick, the NFL, and BLM. That's what he was doing. So, sparring stories. I've heard. We all know gym fighters. Lawrence Hug Coley, Richard Rihugpour. These are two prolific. We're talking JIMMY space SAVVILE. Some of them ones. These are prolific huggers. When the bell goes, but when they're in sparring, apparently they're demons. They're like, boop, 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 lighting everyone up, knocking everyone out. And even under the lights, when they're fighting bums, they look dangerous. When they fight someone who's there to fight, they fall off. So, sparring is just that. What matters about this fight is what's real. And Dubois, listen, he's taken a knee. He's been there. And I think with Don Charles and his dad had probably spoke to him on a spiritual level how it feels to be in that position. Some people would rather die fighting than go out on their knees. I think there's a saying in that. What is it? It's better to something. It's better to live a lifetime it's better to live a day as a lion than a lifetime as a sheep to slaughter. You understand that one there? And that's what I'll be telling Dubois. You know, if it's our destiny to travel to Valhalla on the 21st, that's what we're obligated to do. How many men has Daniel Dubois sent to Valhalla? A whole bunch. Yeah, so if it's our destiny to travel there, that's our obligation. Yeah? You can't be given out and not taken. And really, Dubois, he's shown that now. Dubois was willing to go to Valhalla against Hergovich, for sure. I thought he was going to be sent there. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Daniel Dubois was on a fast train to Valhalla but more likely a fast train to Colin Kaepernick, NFL/BLM. That's what I was confident. I was telling Michelle, oh, look at this cat here, this big old Nick. He fixing to represent the cause right now on his knees. I was convinced. And he comes back from adversity. Some of the genuine people, look at Dubois' career. He's never been teed off on like that in the first few rounds. That's when he's strong. Usyk didn't do it. Joyce didn't do it. At his strongest, he was teed off on. He must have been thinking, oh my God, I've never had a fight start this bad before. So to come through that and to flip the script and make Hrgović quit, in my opinion, that is real, man. That is something you can hold on to. You can do this. And really, Hrgović had never really had a test. We've seen Hrgović in there with Zhang, who has no gas, and both of them really didn't want to fight. Both of them was gassed out. And there is a saying, cardio makes mice of all men. But AJ is not much different. When he gets tired and or clipped, so far at least, he's never shown me coming back. He just hasn't. He just hasn't shown that. And this is prime. This isn't the case that Dubois had one good fight 2 years ago and then we're kind of hoping on the never is going to come back. This is the most recent. Dubois in form, primo form. So is Joshua to some extent. We still haven't seen him hit. And we know he doesn't like to be hit on his Humpty Dumpty. And until he shows me, people talk about the Klitschko fight. Klitschko is 42 years old and wasn't aggressive. AJ was running from 42-year-old Klitschko in that 6th round. Running from him. And Klitschko, and yeah, people, I'm not saying that Klitschko's right and everyone can be a Monday morning quarterback, but Klitschko said, I shouldn't have backed off him. Vitali told me to back off him because of the bodybuilder and he's only going to deteriorate even more. So we don't know. Look at Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz didn't back off him. Andy Ruiz stayed on him and that big old bitch, that 250-pound bitch, came out of him. Yeah, and Dubois, one thing about Dubois, I'm not saying he's going to win. My head says Johnson's going to win. Like everyone else. AJ's pretty tight. But if he does get clocked, he hasn't shown he can come back from adversity. Not once. He didn't want to fight with Usyk. He had a good round 9, and that's all he had. Usyk came back in the back half, 10, 11, 12, and AJ weren't interested. In the first fight, the back quarter, he wasn't interested in fighting. That said, the Wallin fight and the Ngannou fight, he did show another level of of charisma. But charisma's all fun and games until you're actually getting hit. You can be charismatic in there with Wallin. What's he going to punch? Nothing. You can be charismatic in there with Ngannou, which is somewhat of a feat. But ultimately, Ngannou couldn't put Fury out. Ngannou gave Fury a flash knockdown. He didn't do what Usyk did to him. And Ngannou's a big old bull, a big old stiff bull. And Ngannou is predictable. So is Dubois, actually, to be fair. Dubois is predictable. So maybe Mr. Maggie going to cook something up, but I just want to see this guy tested. I want to see AJ come from behind, no Diddy. And then we can all say, okay, he's done what Dubois has done. He's ready now to fight for adversity. He's ready now to take a shot and carry on fighting. He wasn't ready. After Mr. Blobby punched him up, he went in the rematch and ran for his life against a 300-pound man who wasn't even training. And you knew he wasn't training because he put on another 20, 30 pounds. So you know he was soft. You know he was sweet. And you're still running. Even in a brand new fight. It's one thing to quit, in one fight. But then to come back. I think Carl Froch said. That was it. Carl Froch lost to Ward, I think it was. And Carl Froch said to himself, I don't want to lose again. I'm not having a go. And I believe after the Ward loss, he fought Butte maybe. One of them ones, either way. And he come out in that fight. Underdog and had a go. So at least Froch learnt from that. AJ, he didn't do that. He thought, I've lost now. I don't want to lose again. I want to go in there and see if I can nick a fight on points. That's whack. It just is. And AJ really has the better genetics than Froch. He's got the better technique. He's got the better power. And that's the end of that. He's got more natural gifts than Froch has, but he ain't got this in here. Yeah, something God can't give you, unfortunately. Being hard is a decision. Bottom line. It's a choice. We can all... I think Custody Yamato had a great quote about that. What was it? I'm not sure now, but anyway. Let me know your thoughts, people. Time will tell. You can never speculate. We've heard so many sparring stories, and in reality, the fight goes the other way. So, I think that was on recently that was the case. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, click off the bell, 100%. Not that about it.